We often waste a lot of our time crying over wasted time. I explain to you why. Every 12 seconds, someone passes away from starvation. Every single minute, 80,000 tons of carbon dioxide is released into the environment. And every single year, over 1 million people are affected by lack of access to clean water. Yet, every single day, from the moment that we wake up, our minds are bombarded with so many different problems. Oh, I have to prepare for class today. I have to head to work, take care of my family. I have to check the economy. Or wondering why, oh, I'm still single. So when you're so occupied, so stressed with so much problems, you have little time to look into the mirror and ask yourself a simple question: am I happy? And I know this question quite well. The reason for this is just 3 months ago when I participated in the social business creation. It is SBC, and I went with my team. We call it Nguyen. It is an English application that helps students not only be their dreams in mastering English, but also in healing. And healing mental health and relieving stress is such an important topic, such a key word among Gen Z these days. And I remember I was in the stage, I was listening to 2 of these lectures, and they really stood out to me. Not because they were the most inspiring, no, not at all, but because not a single soul was listening to these 2 speakers talk. I looked to my right, I looked to my left, oh, my phone. So why did the listeners not care about mental health? Why is it such a taboo? Why is it such a hard thing to talk about? And where does the stress come from? Deadlines. It is something that all of us are very familiar with, and it's something that a lot of students my age suffer from. And when you are so occupied with so many different deadlines, with homework, with relationships, it doesn't leave you time to think. You're so overwhelmed, and thus you do nothing at all. You start to procrastinate. And procrastination mixed with overthinking, it creates this endless cycle of stress. But how do we get over this? Many suggest that we should take a break once in a while, go out in nature, spend time with our family, maybe find a hobby that we really enjoy. But for me, my solution and my way of coping with all of this stress comes from everyone here, and especially our lecturers. I learned from my business lecturer something very important. He told me that I'm not teaching you to work inside of a business. I'm teaching you to live in a business. Why is it so important, and how it's in a business context, yet I feel it's so applicable in real life. When we aren't aware, when we do not have the intent to live, we do not know what we are doing, then are we really living? One of the main methods that people say in order to calm you down, in order to help you get rid of stress, is meditation, breathing. But breathing means you're surviving. But does that really mean that you are living? Living means asking the right questions, knowing that what I do, does it affect you? How does it benefit me? How does that give me that motivation that inspires me to keep going every single day? That is the important question. But I believe that all of that questions, all of the different things, it's merely surface level. One more thing that I believe that all of us crave, and every human craves affection, and I want to have this exercise with you. Can you turn to your right, everyone? Turn to your right, and please tell the person next to you, I am proud of you. You are an amazing person. What more do we want at the end of our day to sit down, relax, lay down in our bed, watch our lives unfold, and hear the person next to us, the person which matters to us most, tell us, I love you. Everything you do matters to me. Your blood, sweat, and tears, every moment, every second of dedication in your life leading up to this point matters to me. Doesn't that make you happy? I read this book from Bronnie Ware. It is a very special book to me. And it tells the 5 regrets of the dying. Number 1, I wish I had the courage to live the life true to myself and not the life expected of me by others. I wish that I had worked so hard. I wish I had a chance to express my feelings. I wish that I had kept in touch with my friends. And finally, I wish I let myself be happy. There's not a lot of people that know that happiness, even though people say that it's not a destination, it's a journey, but on your path to success, it is no longer on your mind. It's not the same path anymore. You cannot discover happiness if you do not have it on your mind. Oftentimes, we worry so much about our future. In the next 5 years, I'll be manager of this business, I'll be a YouTuber, I'll be this job, I'll have 5 girlfriends in the next whatever years. But we don't think about the now. We don't think about this moment right here or the next year. What are we going to do? And I don't really like talking about myself, but I want to share you a story. Just 3 years ago, I was so incredibly stressed with work. I was worrying about my final exams, and it was a Thursday night. It was just a day before my chemistry exam. I went to my bathroom and I collapsed in the bathroom. My vision, it was hazy, and apparently I suffered from internal bleeding and I was going to die that night. But in my mind, I was so focused on the test. I was so focused on my future that I just went to sleep. I left my wounds, I left my injuries unattended, and I went to sleep that night. And I woke up the next morning and I had to go to the emergency. And I stand here in front of all of you and I still wonder till this day, what if that night I never woke up? What if I didn't deserve to be here today? And I want to have a message to all of you. Man, just take your time. Spend your time with your friends, with your family. Enjoy yourself. This time of youth, go out there, go travel. Look for something you enjoy. Look for something you're passionate about. Don't worry so much about what other people have to say about you. Don't worry so much about what the next 10 years will be, where you'll end up. Focus on now, because this moment is my happiness moment. My happiest moment, not the past. The past is uncertain. The past is history. The future is uncertain. But right now, I can do my absolute best to inspire everyone. And finally, there's someone who left a really big impression on me, someone that really inspired me. Jim Carrey is a famous comedian and an actor. And he said this quote that still stuck to me to this day. You have to think of the word depress as deep rest. You need your body needs to have deep rest from this character that you've been playing. I feel that every moment of our life, we've been acting, whether here on stage, on TikTok, on social media, in class. I feel like we're aiming to be someone we're not, be someone perfect, something that we strive to be, but we cannot be there yet. That doesn't mean necessarily that aiming for perfection is a bad thing, but I feel like when we're chasing something like that, we cannot look back and understand what makes us truly special. So right now, I don't want to say be yourself again, it is a cliche, but I want you to look back into the mirror. Maybe you're happy now, maybe you're not happy, but I want you to remember one thing. If you could be anyone, dead or alive, aim to be yourself in 2025. Thank you so much for listening.